All right, good evening, everybody. Moving into the next segment we're still in the general chemistry textbook, Chemistry, the Central Science, by Brown and others. Still within chapter 1, talking about the study of chemistry. Moving into the next section, give it some thought. They pose a question, pretty simple question. I think it's worth addressing, fairly interesting. Approximately how many elements are there? I took a picture of the periodic table that's included on the inside front cover of the textbook. So this textbook, again, published in 2012, just sort of shows you how chemistry, maybe science in general, changes a little bit. Also, since the first video, I've increased the font size. I think I went from 11.5 up to 16, and I bolded. So hopefully you can see the question font a bit better there, and hopefully the resolution on this picture is okay. I'll draw your attention down here. You'll notice we have some blank spaces. Just interesting. And at the time, this was the current version of the periodic table. It's funny to see where I marked it up previously when I was taking a course with this book. In the previous section, before they ask this question, you would have read the sentence, "Countless experiments have shown that the tremendous variety of matter in our world is due to combinations of only about 100 substances called elements." You can see from this periodic table, there are 112 elements listed. They acknowledge the existence of at least 118, though not all of them might be named. But to properly answer this question, I think you could say anything between 100, like that sentence in the textbook states, or 112, maybe as listed in the periodic table, the named elements. So you could satisfactorily say something between 100 and 112, and I think you'd get full marks in that instance. I Googled periodic table just for the nice comparison. This was the very first periodic table that popped up. No particular reason that I chose this one, other than that aforementioned that it was literally the first one to show, coming from sciencenewsforstudents.org. And I'll draw your attention again. You see now here, zoom in a bit. Sorry, it's a bit blurry there. We see element 112, CN. Element 112 is still CN here. You might notice a blank 113. Let's go back to what I presume to be, and certainly is, the most current version of the periodic table coming from this website. We now see these previously blank in 2012 have since been filled in with named elements. So we could more confidently state 118. But an interesting question and an interesting example of the importance of, it goes beyond science a bit, I suppose, knowing how relevant something is that you're reading, when it was published, what was known at the time, and staying current and up to date with information.